What's up, y'all? It's Monday. I already did the Insecure review. I had to stop and do it. But I had some other shit I wanted to talk about, shit that happened over the weekend. And yes, I had a good birthday. I just relaxed, had a couple drinks, just relax. I just relaxed, had nothing major. Like I said, it's not a milestone, so it's like, have a drink, relax at home, and happy birthday, bitch. Another, making another revolution around the sun, bitch. Here you go. So, but everything else, it was cool. I just had a real lazy, birthday weekend. I didn't do nothing. I think I left maybe once, The sun is bright as fuck. Oh my God. Crazy. So, John McCain died, and basically it was really weird because, Thursday they announced that he was going to stop cancer treatment, right? Saturday, was it Thursday or Friday? Did he die on Friday or no. Friday they announced he was going to stop his cancer treatment. And everybody's like, just because he's stopping cancer treatment doesn't mean he's going to die. People have lived, years after being, stopping cancer treatment or whatever. And everybody's, saying all of these optimistic tidings, And he dies on Saturday. And all of these people, which is weird because if you know anything about John McCain's history, any black person offering condolences when he's just been really like, John McCain, I don't know, just go look him up so you can see. It's like here's the thing, this is what I got from it and from the response to John McCain's death. Every human being, when they die, because everybody's gonna die, when they die, there's gonna be people who are gonna stand up to say positive things about that person, and there's gonna be people who remember negative things about that person because of whatever interaction that person had with that person, and it was not a favorable one. So they don't have nice things to say. What happens in our society when somebody dies, we tend to stand up at the podium and roll through the list of good deeds that they had in their life, and we act like, they never did any wrong to anybody. We get up on stage and you're like, why are you lying? This person was an awful person to their mother, or this person was awful to their spouse or to their children, and the children are up there saying all of these good things about their parent when everybody knows the parent was like an asshole to their child. So it's like, when somebody dies, we want to play like, oh my God, they were the greatest person in the world. Yes, there's people like saying, you don't want to say anything bad about the dead. Well, if the motherfucker wasn't good in life, fuck him in death. Like, honestly, truly. If he wasn't no good, fuck him. Like, for real. If your experience with that person in death wasn't a good one, why are you going to stand up and speak positive words about that person when they didn't have a positive role in your life? You had a negative impact on this person's life. Why do you expect them to say anything nice about you in your death? Why? Like my uncle, who was awful to my grandparents, and when he died, I'm sure people like his children are probably standing up there like, he was this and that, knowing damn well the type of person he was. Like, why are y'all sitting up here? Y'all know this man was awful to y'all. Y'all know this man was awful to his parents. Y'all know he was. Yes, he had some good qualities, and maybe that's what we need to focus on when a person is dying, because there's an idea if they were a bad person, they're going to go to hell. So let's talk about the good things so that we can imagine for our comfort level that this person is in heaven. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Now, if you didn't like John McCain, you didn't like him. Okay, he was a vet, war hero. I don't know. Was he really? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things. And then all of these things about him, I can understand both sides. I can understand people wanting to say nice things about him. But you got to remember, like, he didn't even want it to be a Martin Luther. You know, Arizona was one of the last states to observe Martin Luther King as a national holiday. Arizona, the senator of Arizona was John McCain. Arizona was like one of the last states to say, okay, we'll observe Martin Luther King. They didn't even want to observe Martin Luther King. I think they just started, I would say within the last 20 years, 25 years, they just started observing Martin Luther King Day in Arizona. John McCain, like, I mean, I could go, you could look him up, but it's like, I can understand both sides. I can understand people saying, man, fuck him. And I can understand some people saying, oh, he was, you know, he was a war hero, Purple Hearts and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I get the other side too. If he wasn't a good person to people and his presence in your life had a negative impact on you, fuck him. Simple as that. Birdman and, you know, Lil Wayne and Birdman, they've had their issues. You know, father and son, they call each other, that's his daddy or whatever. And he finally apologized to, no, what are you doing? No. He finally apologizes to Lil Wayne for whatever he did wrong to Lil Wayne on stage. You know, all of these people on stage, it just looked like a clusterfuck. I don't know, like, should he, you know, I don't know. It's like, this is your family, right? This is somebody who's raised you, and you're having this toxic relationship. Why do you keep going back? I don't get it. I think the things we do in the name of family, I think it's just so weird. I've learned, you know what I'm saying? It's like the things that we do to say, you know, you continue to endure pain for the sake of family. Like, that's not how it's supposed to go. It's not. It's just not supposed to go like that. Over the weekend on the Run Tour, 2 was in Atlanta. Diva said he went to the concert. Well, Diva did go to the concert, and he said it was fun. He had a good time or whatever. And we saw Jill Scott's response to how it was just so black ass, and it was just, you know, everybody is saying Beyonce gives a great show. This is a good show. Blah, blah, blah. Evidently, somebody thought it was the best show, and a fan jumped on stage and ran backstage, and the dancers got them and the security got them. But it was like online on Saturday night, and it was so funny because everybody was like, where the fuck is Julius? Julius was trending at one point on Twitter. Where's Julius? Why wasn't he protecting Beyonce? Who cares if he hits Jay-Z? And I really thought it was funny that people were like, oh, a fan attacked, like using the word, a fan attacked Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or a white guy attacked Jay-Z. You could see all these little headlines. And I'm like, why are we saying that he attacked? Fans jump on stage all of the time. I mean, it happens. It happens. It's not something that is just out of the norm. Fans jump on stage. They get overwhelmed and excited, and they just lose their fucking mind, fanatic, and they run on stage and get dealt with, you know. Apparently, Jay-Z, I guess he made contact with Jay-Z, didn't make contact with Beyonce. They're not going to press charges. The guy was left, you know, a disorderly conduct violation he received. But they're not going to press charges. And why should they? He's a fan. People, I mean, like I said, and it's so funny because I was thinking about the other day, do people still fall out the way they used to fall out over Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 and the Beatles and the Rolling Stones? And do people still fall out like that for like Beyonce and Chris Brown and Drake? I thought I saw somewhere a girl fell out over Drake. I don't know, but does that still happen? But like, people running on stage it's a normal thing. I know everybody expects Beyonce's, you know, everything to be, Trump tight. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, people, security fuck up. They was probably watching the damn show when the nigga ran on stage. You know what I'm saying? They're probably like, wow, this is amazing. And the guy got past him. They said it was two guys, but I only saw one from the angle, all different kind of angles and stuff like that. And everybody, everybody's talking about it. Where was Julius? That shit was hilarious. But fans jump on stage. Next case. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal. Everybody was okay. They're not pressing charges. Over the weekend, there was another clip of Cardi B and Offset. They were kissing, very, lovey-dovey. And at one point, you see his hands between her legs. And he's moving his hands, and then after he lifts his hands up and grabs her face, and they're kissing and this and that. And I think the caption said 6 weeks, because you can't have sex for 6 weeks after you give birth, so that your body can heal, because you just went through a major transition. So your body has to heal, and in that you don't have sex. Everybody knows that. Oh my God, the internet went fucking crazy. Oh my God, Offset is fingering, these is the words that we're using, fingering Cardi B on camera. Oh my God, Cardi B, what example are you setting? That's disgusting. That's too much information. Y'all need to do that in private. And it was just outrage at this stripper who is a rapper or a rapper now, I don't know what you want to call her, a stripper turned rapper, and her rapping ass, cheating ass boyfriend is on the internet, and he has his hands between her legs. First of all, she comes out, I had on pants, number one, leather pants, two, she spelled leather Lether. Y'all don't leave that girl alone. And then here's the thing. What are you expecting from Cardi B? What do you expect from her? Are you expecting her to be this, Molly manners and having all of this etiquette now? She is a fucking entertainer, number one. Number two, like she says, she talks about this shit. So I talk about this shit. What do you expect from me? Do you expect something different? This is the shit I talk about. Me and my man getting nasty. You know what I'm saying? This is what I talk about. So what are you expecting? What are y'all expecting from Cardi B? Nicki Minaj would never be able to do that. Well, she has. We saw Nicki Minaj riding up and down fucking Meek Mill, on Meek Mill naked, when he was naked. So I don't know what the comparison is. And they're two different people. What Nicki Minaj will do and what she's allowed to get away with, and what Cardi B is allowed to get away with. I don't know what y'all thinking. Stop. If you would you leave Cardi B alone with your child to babysit? No, right? Because you don't know her. You don't know who she is. You see her on TV, but you don't know her. So why would you look to her to raise or be an example to a child? If you wouldn't let if you're not gonna babysit, I'm not letting you babysit my child. I don't know you, so I don't expect you to be a role model for my child either. Period. I don't know what y'all expect from that girl. Then there's another video going around on Twitter. There's a woman and a little girl washing dishes. The caption reads, "I am not raising a lazy child. I'm raising her to be a good wife and a good mother." You are not raising your child to be lazy, your female child to be lazy, because you are raising her to be a good wife and a good mother by showing her how to clean or wash dishes. Do we see the problem in the phrase? I see a problem in the phrase. I saw it as soon as I saw the video of the little girl washing dishes and the caption. I saw the problem in the phrase. You are saying that you are not raising a lazy child who's going to grow up and to be a woman, or we presume to be a woman. You're not teaching her to be lazy because you're teaching her to be a good wife and a good mother. So you're basically teaching your daughter to be somebody's laborer. That's what I got out of it. Not, oh, I'm teaching my daughter how to wash dishes so when she grows up, she can keep a clean house. Not so she can keep a clean house for a man and some kids. First of all, that's number one. And she's like, how do you know I'm not teaching her? No, you're saying what you said in your caption. And nobody knows what you're teaching your child out. You know, you're just showing this is a small moment of your life, but you're equating being lazy to being a good wife or washing dishes, equating that I'm not raising a lazy child so she can be a good wife and a mother. That's so weird to me. Why would you teach your daughter to be why would you teach your child to be a good wife? Why would you teach your child to be a good mother? Why don't you just teach them how to be a human, a fully actualized, whole individualized human being who knows how to wash dishes because my mom taught me how to wash dishes. Not my mom taught me how to wash dishes so I can be a good wife. That's problematic. And like, it's so funny because it's like when we say things that are problematic and somebody calls us out on it, it's like you're like, nobody said that that's what I was teaching her. Well, that's what you said you were teaching her. You said you were teaching her how to be a good wife and a mother by showing her how to wash dishes. I don't see, and then it's just like, then after a while I started thinking about it. You know what? Let this woman teach her daughter what she's going to teach her daughter. No matter what we say, it has been taught that being a good mother is showing her daughter how to be a good mother. Why don't you teach your daughter just how to be a clean human being? Somebody who washes dishes because the dishes are dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you teaching your child? I don't know. But then, like I said, after a while, just like, let her teach her what she wants to teach her. There's nothing wrong with teaching her how to be clean, but to correlate not being lazy to being a good wife and a good mother, I just think that's wrong. Like, just, how do you know she wants to be a wife? How do you know she wants to have kids? How do you even know she wants to be partnered up with somebody? And that's the thing. It's like, you teach your child what you think is right? That's what parents are supposed to do. And if she thinks that that's right, then, just think that teaching gender roles in the home, and she's like, she's leaving comments and she's saying that her husband teaches her son how to do outside work. Well, why don't you teach your son how to wash dishes so that he's not depending on a woman to wash them for him, so that he could determine whether she's worthy as a wife if she can wash dishes? Why don't, you know what I mean? It's like, there's several things that you can do. Why don't you teach your daughter how to mow the lawn so she's not dependent on a man to mow the lawn if she buys herself a home and she has a lawn? You know what I'm saying? Teach your son how to wash dishes. Teach your son how to cook. Why are you teaching him how to be these gender roles? I just think that they're damaging at the end of the day. If the trash is full, take it out. I don't give a fuck who it is, male or female. Wash dishes. Teach your sons how to wash their own damn clothes. Teach them how to clean the bathroom. Teach them everything. Teach them how to wash their ass. You know what I'm saying? Teach them everything so that they're not dependent on, I'm going to teach you how to take the trash out because I'm raising you to be a good husband. Do people raise boys to be good husbands, or do they only raise girls to be good wives and mothers? Are you raising boys to be good husbands and fathers? Like, there's a disconnect and there's a imbalance there. I don't know. What do y'all think? I could, like I said, I see it. It is damaging to teach your children gender roles in the home and to equate, cleaning to being a good wife and mother. But then at the end of the day, if that's what she feels is these are, but you could see where it's damaging. Like, you're teaching your daughter these things because this is what you believe it is, forgetting the fact that she may not want to be a wife. She may not want to be a mother. Instead of framing it that way, why don't you frame it like, I'm teaching my daughter not to be lazy and I'm showing her how to clean. You know what I'm saying? That's what you teach her. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, oh, I'm teaching her how to be a good wife and mother. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, she's not hurting anybody. It's just how we think. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes us so special, is because we understand that we come from different backgrounds. Like, she's going to grow up to be a woman who says, like, oh, I'm learning how to clean my house so that I could be a good wife. Not, I'm learning how to clean my house so that I can have a tidy home because I just want to have a tidy home. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyways, that's all I really had to say. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about the little topics that I discussed? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Take care of each other.